What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rotimi, actor, model, singer, you know what I mean? So I'm here for y'all, so get to know me. Let's go. Born and raised in New Jersey, and I came to Chicago when I was 17 for college. I went to Northwestern University, and that was probably the toughest 4 years of my life in a good way because it was a complete culture shock, and I was going to like a whole new part of America that I'd never been at such a young age. So I knew going there that my passion was music. So I knew that like I had to balance academics at a top 10 school and also, pursue my music in a place I had no idea, anything about. And that was probably the toughest thing, but that's kind of how I got used to doing multiple things, multitasking. I had to balance 3 or 4 things at one time, and that was the challenge of everything, but it kind of prepared me for this moment. And having parents that kind of always pushed me and said, you can't really do anything before you finish academic, before you graduate, so I had to keep that in mind while I was also trying to build my music. And I think that was one of the biggest lessons I learned because I was able to learn about myself and then also figure out how to put things in perspective and how to, kind of be versatile in a lot of things. So it worked out perfectly because now I have a grasp on, okay, studying lines, and then, okay, going to the studio, okay, then you gotta do a shoot. So it's like, it kind of prepared me for this moment. So I'm grateful for that. The difference between Boss Season 1 and Boss Season 2, I think for me it was personal growth. Being around Kelsey, being around the producers and the writers, I was able to learn a lot more about myself and a lot more about, the craft. And once you got a year under your belt, again, like that was my first time doing this. So once you have a year under your belt, you go into it with a different perspective. So it's a blessing, working, and we have new cast members, so you're just working with new people and, just learning more and more about who you are as a man and as an actor. No, T.I. is like a big brother to me, so it was an easy transition, and like someone who's been in the game for so long and is basically setting the tone for what I'm trying to do in terms of the acting and the music side. It's been beneficial, in so many ways because working with him, I'm able to see how to be a professional and how to deal with people when you're at a certain status, and then also like how to study lines and how to deliver things. So it's just a whole learning process that I'm just blessed to have. Working with Kelsey Grammer, before you can even say great actor, great comedian, any of those things, like he's one of the best people to know in terms of how to handle yourself as being one of the greatest. And like when he comes on set, his presence is felt. So you just emulate everything that he does. And even like when it gets to the acting side, having that type of, having that type of bravado, you know what I mean? It kind of just trickles down to everybody else on the cast. So I just try to pick his brain as much as possible, ask as many questions as much as possible, and just follow his footsteps because he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest in my book. With photo shoots and interviews and just, it kind of pushes how bad you want it, and I'm learning about myself, like that you have to kind of master multitasking. And now you can see how people are starting to act a little different towards you, positive and negative, but it just comes with the territory. So, but I'm happy I'm dealing with it. I think that music is like my life, music is my passion, and I think that modeling is slowly as well starting to get to that point. So it's a process for all of them though. Me and Tip are working on some things right now that very soon you guys will be able to make that decision on your own. The first single, you probably hear my first single maybe in the next 2 months at the latest. But my style, I just love telling stories in my music. I feel like being authentic and real when it comes to lyrics or just feel or the tone of a voice, I think it carries a long way. So I took a lot of time coming out with this project because I wanted to create a catalog of just timeless music. So it took a little bit of time, and we're getting there now, and I'm getting all the pieces and all the right producers and writers to come aboard. So you should hear it in about the next month and a half, 2 months, but just real music, just real authentic music. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rotimi, and if you want to get in contact with me, hit me up on Twitter, /Rotimi, and Facebook, Rotimi1. Yeah.